Product placement. Product placement. Very important on this show. We've got our products here placed, the guitars and the oils and... Hey, Debbie, ooh, you got here early. You got here before all my channels were even up. I'm still on 13 out of 15. Holy moly. Let's see if it's going to go to 14. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Man, let's hope it's not the big channel. That's all I got to say about that. Hey, Eric Brian Westman, hello. Let's debate this. I debate whether or not we're going to get high on this show today. I win. All right. Yeah, let me see what's going on. One of my channels is being silly. Hey, Nick, what's up, buddy? Steven, Orca, what's up, guys? All right, let me just look at these. Hey, Doc and Daphne, what's up, guys? I am not getting a chat number, so I'm gonna refresh the chat here, and let me see what's going on with my... No, I don't like your new look. Where's my goddamn channels at? What did you fucking do? Edit destinations. Oh, you suck, dude. They changed everything. Okay, one of the Facebooks is down. Everything else is reading. It looks very good. Very, very good. Yes. We're looking great. Where's the main channel? There it is. Okay, good. Okay, we're good. They fucking restreamed it. Had some re-engineers in there. Re-engineered the whole software suite. Hippo Pubes. Hey, what's up, Hippo Pubes? Hey, Hippo Pubes. I'm so high, my brother, the great Trendy Nay. Orca, sup, Nay, dabbing on some peanut butter breath live rosin today. It's phenomenal. JG. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Calum, hey, how's my day? My day's fine. Re-engineers, right? I've got some product placement here. We've got the new 1/4 ounce jars of triage oil, guys, available. They are on the website now. Anybody wants them? They're $10 free shipping. Get yourself a little sample supply of the best pain reliever in the world. The best pain reliever in the world, man. Right there. Long time no see. It's Radboy84, crazy guy. Oh! Jim Simpson, Jiminy! How dare you not say Jiminy? You know you only go by one name here, Jiminy. Six is Jiminy. Jim, I gotta tell you, I saw your chat on the last show and I got excited. That's why I'm live now. I wanted to go live. I was like, Jiminy's around, bro. I'm so fucking excited to see you, man. You were playing those fucking video games? What are you, in the metaverse? Why don't I ever see you, man? Tell me what's up. I'm so glad you're here. You guys, anytime you've ever heard me tell you that I've saved lives by doing the show, Jiminy Seeks, his name is Seeks now, he was the first one to ever tell me that my show saved his life, and he explained the whole story. It was awesome. I never forgot that, bro. That was fucking awesome. And then I told her, I was like, yeah, he told me he credits my show as saving his life, and he doesn't show up to my shows anymore. He doesn't even show up. Jiminy, what is up? From the old school. True, that's true. There he is, see? See, there he is. He's admitting it, see? See, everybody, I wasn't lying. He's back, finally. I told you, I don't know why these people take off and they decide to not come back. I don't know. I figure they're getting their dick sucked in the metaverse. That's what I'm thinking. They're getting their dick sucked in the metaverse, man. You know, we don't offer that service here in the garden. I painted all the doors dark gray, walls pelican blue, trim creamy white, ceilings pure white. Okay, buddy, sounds nice. Dolch, what's up, buddy? Dolch is here. We got Jiminy and Dolch. Shit, bro, we got the old school fucking family back. We just need Slowski, Iceman, Life Man. Were to start. I'm back. It could be. Yeah, you could be getting your dick sucked in the metaverse. Maybe. Metaverse blowjobs for all, man. Put on your goggles and get those blowjobs. They have legal troubles and aren't allowed near a phone, behind some walls or something. Yeah, maybe they have legal troubles. I know, right? I know what you're saying. Yes, like Zena did for a little bit. We understand that problem. Seek says Matt G. Yeah, Matt G is getting his dick sucked in the metaverse, bro. We're never getting him back. Matt's gone forever. Yeah, he's gone. We've lost him to the metaverse. You're married, so the metaverse has no chance. Ha, ha, ha. Right? Right. Oh, God. Here we go. I hope that, wow. I just read some answers to my tweets from High Ride. I'm just like, dude, I can't even respond to that. That level of debate. I can't go to that level of debating with him. I'm not gonna. So when somebody says he believes something, so you show him a study that's literally like peer reviewed, the real shit, and their response is, "Oh, I don't believe the studies that come out of America." Oh, really? Wow. You know how many studies have come out of this country, Rye? Wow. That's an interesting comeback, though. OG, triple OG. Holy shit. Definitely old school viewer. Been watching since Hatchbean days. JG. Sean McGee, what's up, buddy? Zena, hello. Dude, don't tell me James Earl Jones died. Don't even do that shit. Don't do it. Darth Vader. Okay. It's his birthday today. Fucking hate that. I hate when I see old famous people trending, man. You get all scared. You're like, man, don't tell me fucking the voice of Darth Vader is gone forever. Don't tell me that shit. You're gonna piss me off. Don't piss me off. I don't want to be pissed off. I want to be happy. Anywho, shall we glorify ourselves with a bong hit? I don't even know if that makes sense what I just said. I don't even know if that makes sense. I don't care. I just want to get high. It just drives me crazy sometimes. You know, some of the misconstrued information that's out there for people to just completely get wrong, you know? You know, Ryan should produce the study that proves my study wrong. How about that? How about that? There you go. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Show me the study proving this study wrong. There you go. You got one? Let me see it. Let me see the information that proves that wrong. What I just tweeted. And you guys that follow me on Twitter, You guys all know what's going on Twitter right now. Freaking Oracle knows what's going on Twitter. You guys follow my tweets and replies. Billy Ballantyne, don't go. I don't even want you going there, buddy. Billy, don't go. Everybody else should check it out, though. Because, Billy, the reason I don't want you going is because I know how you'll treat it. Because I know how you treat people that say the kinds of things that are being said in that conversation. And I'd rather not go there. Twitter war, right? Hey, if it gets Ryan viewers and it gets me viewers, I'm all for this. I'm all for it. I just want him to stop calling me names and insinuating that he's calling me names. You know? I'm blind. I'm ignorant. This other one, I'm a baby suckling the propaganda machine. So many fucking names, man. I haven't called him a single name yet. You know, isn't it crazy? It leads me to believe that anybody reading both sides of that argument, they're going to side with me. They're going to be like, I think I'm going to side with the guy that's not resorting to name calling here. He just seems to be a more sensible person. That's me! It's me! Fucking A, dude, it's me. I'm that guy. I can't believe I'm that guy, but I'm that guy today. I'm the guy. I'm the sensible one that's not name calling. Hey, thank you, social media. Look what you've created. Hey, man, social media molded me into the calm, non-name calling, respectable debater that I am today. Thank you, social media. Cheers. Cheers to that. Cuddy Aw says, amen. Thanks, buddy. Jiminy! Billy, I don't understand what that means. Cheers to Nay's enlightenment on arguments. Peace, brother. Hey, man, I figure, like my mom says, I can get a lot further with sugar than with salt. And, I would love it if you guys would go over there and join in on that debate and be respectful to High Rye, and not call him names or anything. Everything that I smoke, I grew, bro. I grew all of this. I grew all of this. And I got 3 jars right here. I grew this. The wedding cake. And everything back here on the shelf I grew. And now I've got pounds and pounds that are wrapped up. Actually, I need to pull them out because I'm running low on my smokables here, man. I'm getting low. I need to go down there and do it. Let's do it right now. And I'll show you the barrel. Here, I'll go downstairs. I'll grab the barrel. Take me 30 seconds. And I grew all this. All right. Let us Uncap the goodness. Gorilla Glue. No, Girl Scout cookie. This is Girl Scout cookie. Number one. You remember NorCal Ultraviolet? That's a few grams. None of this is trimmed yet. I don't trim it. I just I leave the leaves on now. But here, man, I'll show you some. What is that? Right there. What's that? Huh, I don't know. Keep looking, see if I see any more. Hey, Ryan. Daniel, why am I calling you Ryan? Daniel, I'm sorry I'm calling you Ryan, buddy. I've been talking to someone else named Ryan today. Daniel, answer us one question in the chat, my flat earth friend that I love like a brother. All right? Answer us one question in the chat. Why does the sunlight only hit the tops of the trees in the morning when the sun rises? Why does the sunlight only hit the tops of the trees wherever you are in the world, bro? Wherever you are in the world, when the sun rises, you go outside and you look at the tops of the trees, and you tell me why the sunlight is only hitting the tops of the trees, Daniel. Can you do that? Answer me now, Flat Earth Link Lever. Answer me why the light only hits the tops of the trees in the morning when it rises. I should tweet Rye asking him if he's gotten his Wolverine gloves yet, or just loves rolling around in hot sauce. All right. Gotten his Wolverine gloves yet? You probably need your Wolverine gloves and hot sauce to roll around in, bro. How's that? I don't know if he'll see that. He's probably watching us live right now. Hey, Rye! Fuck you, Rye! You should tweet Rye asking if he has gotten... Okay, Daniel, if milk is $5 a gallon, how is the world flat? Also, candles. What's this, one of your movie proofs? What is this, another one of your movie proofs? Dude, Daniel won't answer my question. Because he can't. Daniel, I love you, but the reason why Only the tops of the trees are. Hey, I knew you were here. Twitter wasn't putting my comments on the stream. I knew you were here. Hi, Rye. What's up, buddy? I knew you were watching. You know why I knew? Because I've got more people watching this show than ever, and I was like, one of those people has to be Rye. So, I'm battling you. I'm like ribbing with you. Well, if anything, bro, like I said before, I hope it helps both of our viewerships. It already has, obviously. I've got more viewers in here today than I've had in a long time. Just for a little drama on Twitter, it's great. People are making it funny. Well, some people will take it personally, bro, because they don't know you and I know each other. And they're going to think that we're, at each other's throats or something. They might call you names, and I don't want that. I don't want people to attack you because it can get ugly. Especially if Billy Ballantyne gets in there. Don't let Billy get in there. Right, Billy? So cool to be here again. Bro, I missed you, man. I've brought you up before. Fucking Jiminy doesn't want to come to the show anymore. It says that show saved his life. Fucking Jiminy. Bro, you could go back and probably find that shit. Me talking about you. Talking total shit about you. I was going to get to a point, though. Rye, it was interesting that while you and I were arguing, my friend, her thing is hashtag I am Antifa, hashtag GND, hashtag BLM. Bernie Bitch 420, I think is her handle. Yeah, at Bernie Bitch 420. Dude, while you and I were fucking arguing, she was totally off posting that about what we were talking about was so weird. It was so weird that I saw her post. It said 34 minutes ago. I'm like, holy shit, dude, this is so funny. And in her thing, she's like, I think she was commenting. I thought I saw a comment that said she saw a lot of chatter on the internet about it. So funny. And she put up that chart. And I was like, that is exactly the chart that you need to see, Rye. There's nothing else I should give you except that chart. And you should look at that chart. And then you should compare the unvaxxed at the top. And then down it goes to all the vaccines. Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, whatever the fuck they are. That should, I would think, make you think a little bit more about it. I mean, and then I said to you also, Rye, this is a great one. Show me the study that disproves that. Show me the actual study that disproves that study. Because you won't. Of course you won't find that study. This is the topic that everyone should be discussing. Jimmy Dore doesn't want to talk about it. Hey, Jimmy Dore, talk about that. In fact, here, let's tweet that at Jimmy Dore. Undo retweet, it says. It's so fucking stupid. Quote tweet. Okay, at Jimmy Dore. And at Jimmy Dore Show. Right? Hey, Jimmy. Would you care to address this information on a segment? How about that? Straw man fucking central over here, bro. Everybody wants to straw man this argument. Just like Rye did right when we started talking about it. He starts talking about how they refer to the vaccine. Oh, they call it a booster. They call it this. They call it that. And he's like, that's the whole argument. It's like, that's what the problem is. And I'm like, I get it. But at the same time, my response to Rye was, I don't know if you saw this. Hey, bro, if I gave you a Ferrari and called it a horse and buggy, would you still drive it? Well, how was that a good analogy? I think I've been confusing the words analogy and anecdote lately. I gotta get those right. Pre-Trump. Last time you were here was pre-Trump? Dude, it's been fucking 5 years since you've been to my show, bro. How dare you? Dude, you've missed out on so many jokes, So many running jokes he's not even going to get. He's not even going to get my Weasel. He's not even going to get to anything. Dude, you are so out of the loop right now. Holy shit. For me, at least, that's really my only issue. The rest, like I was saying, hey man, I don't like it when somebody spits on me and tells me it's raining either, right? I don't like it. But like I said, if you pull up in my driveway in a Ferrari and you're giving it to me and you say, here's a horse and buggy, I'm gonna fucking take it. If you gave me a Ferrari, I'd sell it, says Josh. That sounds like a crypto dude right there. Josh, you sound like a crypto dude. Right, you understand hot sauce and Wolverine gloves for days, says Oracle. Well, dude, I would like to have some Wolverine gloves too. I mean, forget about it. Forget about it. I mean, I've got a life-size Freddy Krueger. He's halfway there. You know, I just need another Freddy Krueger and swap out the arms, dude. I can do the surgery. Analogy and anarchy? Every time I tell a story, it ends in fire. Billy is writing jokes that are funny and witty. Oh, Billy. All right, so this is what we're going to do. This is the GSC, and you guys saw it already. We're going to take it, and we're going to jar it up. Jarring it up. Now, remember, this has been sitting in a barrel, in a plastic bag, in a very dark, cool area. Protected from sunlight, protected from temperature changes, right? And this jar is going to smell, oh my goodness gracious, so amazing. Oh, my fingers are getting so sticky just handling these buds. Look at this one. Oily. Oily, oily, oily. Oily, oily, oily. Oily. Loyal to the iron. Man, I always wondered what would happen if I was in here doing a show, you know, and one of my old buddies from like elementary school or middle school, you know, fucking popped in. I think, let me ask you guys a question. Let me get a 1 in the audience. If you guys still have memories of the people that you went to school with when you were a child, things that they said, incidents, all those memories, man, they're still in your brain. Now, I know what just happened. I know every single one of you, all those fucking old childhood memories just came rushing back. Give me a 1 in the audience if you still remember those people. You still think about them from time to time. That still can affect you a little bit. Isn't that cool? Think of how powerful your memory is. Think of how many years ago that was. For me, you know, 30 years ago, 35 years ago, my memories I can remember. And you know, in my mind, I remember things a certain way, and I wonder if it's misinterpreted. You know, if the data has been corrupted somewhat. You know, but when you see one of your old friends from way back, and you're like, "Wow, you still look the same. My memory of you, it hasn't changed a bit." Or is that your memory and your eyesight just correcting what you were perceiving and fixing it in your brain? You know, and readjusting it. Who knows? You know, who knows how the fucking brain works or how it... Right? You're not going that way. Bernie bitch is getting in. She's got my back. I'm commenting on your live. The comments won't show up. Watching on Twitter. Should I move to YouTube? Just do you, Rye. I wonder if Rye's still here, man. Rye, are you still here? It's funny. She put up a crickets thing when I said, "Show me the study proving the study wrong." Thanks. I am a horrible debater because I'm good. I get right to it. Dude, I don't know if when Rye stepped into the arena with me, if he realized he was literally trialing by fire. I mean, it was like, dude, you really are going to do this. I'm not going to back down. I'm totally going to prove every single thing that you say wrong with facts and with Googling it and just with basic information that's available for everybody. And I'm just going to mine it really quick and throw it at you like I always do. You realize I'm really, really good at that. Now, you're going to have to come with some substance. And if you try to move the goalposts, if you try to divert what we're talking about, which you did instantly, I'm going to put us right back on track. And we're going to keep going down. We're going to keep going down that track, son. I'm going to keep us on. I'm going to keep it straight. Not like that LA train. Did you guys hear about that shit? People were laughing, taking cell phone videos, laughing about that shit. A train had fucking derailed and was still going down the tracks. I don't think you realize I was not debating you. Ha ha, I was having fun because I can. Also, I don't hate the vax. I hate the way they're implementing the vax. Apples, oranges here, dude. Low. Okay, we're not debating. Okay, we're having a friendly, fun conversation. That's fine. That's fine. We don't have to call it a debate. That's fine. I just wish the numbers were a little higher like they were before, man. It's like now that people know that you're not serious, they're not as interested, right? See what you did there? You're killing us, bro. We had this beautiful thing, man, and it's all crashing around us like shattered glass. We've lost it all. It's all gone now. It's too late. We'll never have that again. Dude, you know, if you said things on that Twitter conversation with me that you don't believe, let me know. If you said anything on there that you don't believe, let me know. You know, seriously, because I really just keep it real, man. So I don't understand when you're not keeping it real with me. Support your case? I don't think so. I mean, and if you want to just, it's like having a climate change conversation with Chris Mars Weather when he wants to say, you know, there's one state or there's one country where the temperatures are cooler, and that disproves all of climate change and global warming. Is like you saying, hey, Ontario supports my case. Okay, you found one country, one city, one province, whatever. Province. I was listening to our boy. I gotta ask you, Rye. What do you think about Jordan Peterson? Do you hate him as much as I do? Do you fucking hate that guy? Let me know. I'm just kind of curious. Do you hate him as much as I hate him? I believe you're spelling Israel wrong. I believe it's Israel, right? Israel. Think of Israel. I believe you're going Israel. Right? Israel. I don't know. I think that you got the A and the E reversed on there. I could be wrong. It's hard for me to tell now that I'm looking at it. It almost looks right. What am I talking about? Oh, I was just being silly for a second about flat Earth. I mean, not flat Earth, about climate. Chris Mars Weather is just idiot on Twitter, bro. You'd have to have seen some of our tweets back and forth, back in the days when I used to follow him. You find him brutally annoying. It's all right. I don't care. That's fucking great, bro. Dude, I was watching Jordan Peterson, and I was like, he literally doesn't make sense. I'm like, I literally gave him 2 hours of my life today, and two different times in his life, where I watched him today and I watched him years ago in an interview, and I'm like, yeah, Jordan Peterson, dude, he does not make, and the reason I bring him up was because I literally thought of y'all. I thought of Crypto Night in Canada. I thought of all of you guys. I'm like, I gotta ask you guys how you feel about Jordan Peterson, because when you listen to him, you realize he's not making any fucking sense. You know? Do you know why? I'm gonna give you guys a perfect example. These are his words. Do you know why he studied Nazism so intensely? Because you have to study Nazism and extreme violence and hate if you want to practice peace and understand peace. That's what he said. Those are his words. That's how dumb he is. So, Billy, give me an analogy. I want Billy to write me an analogy right now. Hey, Billy, Jordan Peterson says you have to study Nazism and hate and violence and murder, right, on an extreme level so that you can be peaceful and understand how to be peaceful and treat people with respect and love. Can you give me an example of someone saying something like that, Billy, in a totally different context? You've got to change the context. You know, you're taking what I said out of the context of what I originally said it in. Was that a good Jordan Peterson? I listened to him for 2 hours today. He is a little bitch ass. I've never heard a more privileged psycho in my life. The guy has lost his fucking mind. He is so privileged. Holy shit, man. I'm like, wow, man. I mean, I've always hated him because, the first time I ever tried to listen to him, I was completely turned off by the guy. I was like, I can't listen to that guy. That guy's an idiot. I've known for years what I felt about him. And the little bits and pieces that dribbled in just always completely reinforced everything that I ever thought about him. But today, I've been trying to retrain my YouTube to give me a wider perspective on the people I watch. And he's one of the recommendations that came up. And I was like, wow. So, Jordan Peterson said that he wrote a book on Nazis because he wanted to learn how to be peaceful. If you have to study hate to learn how to be peaceful, you might as well be Hitler or Dick Cheney with your break a few eggs bullshit. Being nice is second nature. Yeah, you sound like my grandmother, Billy. You just made as much sense as somebody who's 70 years old and lived a lifetime. You know? Be nice. That's what my mother says. Be nice. That's it. You don't need to go study Nazis. And what a moronic thing to say. And I want you guys to hear him say it himself, but I don't feel the need. I mean, I want you guys to hear something else he said that's fucking so hilarious. Listen to this man cry. Just listen to Jordan Peterson cry, okay? I was just like, wow. Really? A nail scratching a blackboard. God, right? You and I are arguing and poking at each other on Twitter, and we're having fun, and I know it's all in good fun. I know that. I don't care how anybody feels about anything anymore. It's not my job to convince anybody of anything. But I want to engage you in conversation because I like you. You're a good guy and you want to talk about this. I'm like, fine, bro. You and I can have the conversation. Sure, we're friends. You know? There are subjects that Jordan Peterson has literally written books on where you're just like, dude, it's not even worth even looking at. People's gender, who fucking cares, man? Who cares how you feel about gender? You know, someone asked him, you know, if somebody asked you to refer to them as a he, she, or as a he, him, and they were born a woman, but they transitioned over, would you do it? And you know what Jordan Peterson's response was? It depends on the person and the situation. You know, he doesn't want to be manipulated into using those terms by somebody who's trying to make him into the ass fuck that he is. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I cursing? Oh, God damn it. I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I did some strong language on my podcast. I didn't mean to do it. Leave Britney alone. Leave Britney alone. There's my warning. It's strong language. I apologize. We're way into the podcast, so it should be okay. You have to study hate to learn how to be... Okay, right? Yeah, JP's Burger. Okay, allegory. I've been forcing my burps out and discovering new sounds. It's groundbreaking. So anyhow, back to Jordan Peterson. I watched 2 Jordan Peterson videos today. One was a 10-minute, the other one was an hour and 30 minutes. So like I said, like 2 hours of my time. Just listen to this, man. This is psychotic. Listen to this. Fucking Jordan Peterson, man.
Hello, everyone. It's mid-January 2022. I wrote a column this week for one of Canada's major newspapers.
My apologies to all of my Canadian friends who cannot stand this guy just as much as me. I want you to know that, but I think this is important because this guy has a lot of support out there, and eventually there's going to be somebody that watches this that's going to be a fan of his. Yeah, and they're going to really see him. I'm going to explain to them exactly what he is. And they'll realize that they've been indoctrinated, they've been lied to, they're not paying attention. Whatever it is, if you're a fan of this guy, the only reason you're a fan of his is because you do not listen to him. That's why you're a fan of Jordan Peterson. You haven't been listening, and I'm going to show you why right here. And it's important that you listen to people. Hey, Kevin.
The National Post. And I thought I'd read it for those of you who want to watch or listen. It's entitled, Time to Live Again.
So this is his writing. He wrote this.
I spent more than 3 hours on the phone last weekend trying to get through to the online security department of one of Canada's major banks. One of my accounts was shut down because I had the effrontery to sign in from Alberta, an event too unexpected for the bank's
I love the way he
security
said
systems.
I love the way he
I
said
was
that.
placed on hold interminably, subjected all the while to the corporate
I don't know that
world's
word.
idea of music to soothe me.
What's that fucking word? Let's see how many times I have to stop this to learn a fucking word. Here's internably. What the fucking?
An event too unexpected for the bank's security systems. I was placed on hold interminably.
Interminably. Okay, Google. Interminably definition. Where's my phone? Dude, where's my car? Dude, where's my phone? Okay, Google. Interminably definition. I don't know where my phone is. Oh, it's right here in front of my fat fucking face. Dude, it's right here. It's right here on the desk. Okay, Google. Interminably definition. Interminably.
I was placed on hold interminably,
Interminably. Okay, Google. Interminably definition. Interminably. It's bash. Yeah, it's fucking bash. Without the money. A little bit. Oh, yeah. I can't believe my phone's not working. Okay, Google. Interminably definition. Terminal. Dude, I cannot say this fucking word.
I was placed on hold interminably,
Interminably. Okay, Google. Interminably definition. It won't fucking come up, dude. Is it even a fucking word?
security systems. I was placed on hold interminably,
Interminably? Okay, Google. Interminably definition. Why isn't it fucking working, dude? Why won't it my Google won't work? Nothing's coming up. Interminably. Dude, I swear to fucking God.
systems. I was placed on hold interminably,
I love how he looks at the camera. It's like he knows I'm going to try to figure this word out. I'm going to listen to him say it over and over. I can't figure it out.
subjected all the walked on hold interminably, interminably, interminably,
Nub.
interminably, interminably,
Munably.
interminably,
Munably.
interminably,
Interminably.
interminably,
Interminably.
interminably,
Interminably.
interminably.
Interminably. Okay, Google. Interminably definition.
According to Merriam-Webster, having or seeming to have no end, especially wearisomely protracted.
Having to,
interminable-
wow, dude. Interminable. 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 Interminably. Interminable. But why didn't interminably come up? Interminably. Okay, Google. Interminably definition.
According to Merriam-Webster, having or seeming to have no end, especially wearisomely protracted and interminable sermon.
Dude, I swear to fuck it's not saying that it's a word. He made up a fucking word. Dude, he made up a fucking word to try to sound smart. It's like Billy Ballantyne just said in the chat. It's not a word. It's a status symbol. It's not even coming up in the goddamn dictionary. I'm sure it's gotta be a word, right? Did he make a word up? Let me know, guys, if you can find it. Let's keep going because this gets great.
Subjected all.
Let me just go on. This is not just about his bank, so pay attention, guys. You're gonna love this shit. And I'm gonna destroy him.
All the while
Well, he's gonna destroy himself. I'm just gonna point it out.
to the corporate world's idea of music to soothe me. I was then offered a callback, which I duly
Hold
received
music.
45 minutes later. Then I was placed on hold again, and again, and again.
I believe that.
This all occurred after my patients had already been exhausted in
Been.
the aftermath of trying to fly in Canada. Like so many Canadians, I have been unable to see many of the people I love and who are tolerant enough to return the sentiment
Bean.
for nearly 2
This
years.
is Bean.
Lockdowns, restrictions, limits on personal and social gatherings, precautions, precautions, precautions. But everything had opened up enough in principle, so flights for such purposes were, in principle, once again possible. My wife and I therefore took the opportunity on the last day of 2021 to fly first to Comox, British Columbia, and then several days later to our joint hometown of Fairview, Alberta. However, the airline we had
Make your
arranged
own
our
words
flights with canceled/delayed all 6 flights we had scheduled. Furthermore, they had no staff available in one entire wing of Edmonton's airport. This made rescheduling prohibitively difficult. We were delayed by 1 full day traveling to British Columbia, and then another day traveling to Alberta. And there were further delays on our way home to Toronto. This took quite a chunk out of an 8-day trip. All this from an airline that not so long ago was a model of efficiency. Like most people in Canada and in the broader Western world, my wife and I are accustomed to systems that work. When we booked flights in the past, with rare exceptions, we arrived safely and on time. When we used our banking systems online, we gained access to our accounts. When we had to phone security because of a login problem, we were able to talk to someone who was able to help. And
Hey, Jordan, it's almost like there's a global pandemic and it's affected the way business goes up and down the scale, huh? And it's affecting you, and you don't like it, so you blame the whole freaking world, you know, the leaders of all the countries for not being able to handle this situation, and you offer no solutions whatsoever. All you do is you sit there and cry about it. And that is exactly what he's doing right now. I totally understand his helplessness, but at the same time, he's part of the fucking problem. You know, he needs to be running around, you know, being the fucking jet setter that he thinks he is, running around, goddamn, going to airports and flying around during a fucking pandemic. And how dare the banks and the airports not cater to his every need and make him feel like there isn't a pandemic going around? How dare they? His privilege, oh boy, it's going to get way better here in a second.
because we were spoiled Westerners, we expected that such would always and consistently be the case. Why? Because by and large our systems worked miraculously well. The power and the heat, it's 40 below here in northern Alberta and has been for 3 weeks, always worked. Planes took off and landed on time. Banks were open and effective and honest. But there are empty shelves in the grocery stores here in Fairview. The supply chains that provide our food just in time are severely stressed. While I was here, I spoke with a local restaurateur who operates the pizza place I worked in 40 years ago. She is barely hanging on. This is true of most local businesses.
Remember that. She's barely hanging on.
I was on the phone for 3 hours
Remember that.
trying to sort out a minor banking issue after being delayed for a full day while flying, after having been delayed in a similar way only 4 days before. And
You know, she's barely hanging on, but man, he's getting delayed. He had to wait on hold, man. Jordan Peterson was made to wait on hold. How dare society inconvenience Jordan Peterson in this way?
And because I'm an entitled Westerner accustomed to my privileges, I got whiny about it. I have a banker that takes care of...
And I love that he just straight up fucking admits it. While he's doing it. I'm gonna let you hear him say that 3 times in a row. Listen to this.
of my affairs, and I sent him because I'm an entitled Westerner accustomed to my privileges. I got whiny about it. Because I'm an entitled Westerner accustomed to my privileges. I got whiny about it. Because I'm an entitled Westerner accustomed to my privileges. I got whiny about it. I have a bank...
I mean, like I said, he's gonna self-own here. I don't really have to do it. I'm just pointing it out. He's literally telling you, I'm a fucking self-privileged, whiny Westerner, and, yeah, I'm a little bitch. He's just saying, I'm a little bitch. It's crazy, right? This is an adult. This is somebody who's lived like an entire lifetime, acting like the world owes him something.
banker that takes care of my affairs, and I sent him and his associate.
Enoch, you cannot self-destruct something that was never put together properly to begin with. Remember that. He never was, bro. He's always been a fucking joke to me, this motherfucker. Always. Go back and find an old goddamn upload from way back.
A string of complaints about the service I was receiving. They wrote back apologetically and told me that they're barely able to function with the COVID restrictions, the attendant staff shortages, also caused by illness, and their inability to attract new employees, a problem besetting many.
Did you hear him? He literally said caused by illness, but he's going to blame the leaders because they're not letting those sick people go do their jobs and go work. How dare they quarantine sick people? He needs to go places. He's got things to do. How dare society slow him down?
Industries at the moment. I am not accustomed to feeling particularly sympathetic for the travails of large, successful enterprises, banks, airlines, utilities, and the like. I expect a certain standard of service so that I can conduct my own affairs effectively, and am impatient when delays unnecessary in the normal course of things emerge.
Yeah, and what would he do if the goddamn grid went down and he didn't have people to serve him so he would get that level of service that he's so accustomed to? Can you believe the fucking privilege here? I hope
The
so,
letter
Billy.
from the bank stopped me and made me think, however.
It wasn't a
just
bad
the bank.
impression.
It was also the airline. It was the empty shelves in the grocery store in northern Alberta. It was the daughter of the man I once worked for as a cook back when I was a teenager. It was the shopkeepers and small business people I've spoken with on this trip. We are pushing the complex systems upon which we depend and which are miraculously effective and efficient in their often thankless operation to the breaking point. Can you think of anything more unlikely than the fact that we can get instant, trouble-free access to our money online using systems that are virtually graft and corruption-free? Just imagine how much work, trust, and efficiency was and is necessary to make that a reality. Can you think of anything more unlikely than fast, reliable, and inexpensive jet air travel, nationally and internationally, in absolute safety? Or the constant provision of almost every consumer good imaginable in the midst of plentiful, varied, and inexpensive food? These systems are now shaking. We're compromising them seriously with this unending and unpredictable stream of restrictions, lockdowns, regulations, and curfews. We're also undermining our entire monetary system with the provision of unending largesse from government coffers to ease the stress of COVID response. We're playing with fire. We've demolished 2 Christmas seasons in a row. Life is short. These are rare occasions. We're stopping kids from attending school. We're sowing mistrust in our institutions in a seriously dangerous manner. We're frightening people to make them comply. We're producing bureaucratic institutions that hypothetically hold public health in the highest regard, but subordinating all our properly political institutions to that end, because we lack leadership and rely on ultimately unreliable opinion polls to govern broad-scale policy at the political level. I've never seen breakdown in institutional trust on this scale before in my lifetime. I was recently in Nashville, Tennessee. No lockdowns, no masks, no COVID regulations to speak of. People are going about their lives. Why can that...
Billy, comment on Nashville, Tennessee for me, please. How do you feel about that? What he just said about Nashville, Tennessee. Now to fill the last jar, which is cherry pie, guys. Very, very exciting to fill this jar up and be ready for 3 full jars again, man. So awesome. Oh, and this is absolutely the dankest, deepest, most berry smelling. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Billy, he went to here, I'll let him say it.
Coordinating all our properly political institutions to that end. Because we lack leadership and rely on ultimately unreliable opinion polls to govern broad-scale policy at the political level. I've never seen breakdown in institutional trust on this scale before in my lifetime. I was recently in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville.
No lockdowns, no masks, no COVID regulations to speak of. People are going about their lives. Why can that be the case in Tennessee and in other U.S. states such as Florida when there are curfews? Curfews in Quebec, 2 years after the pandemic started.
You know why, Jordan Peterson? Because people like you fail to self-isolate, self-social distance, wear masks, and do all of those things. That's why, Jordan. That's why. That's why we have to, and that's why countries and states, all these things, they have to feel like they have to do this because there's morons like you running around there spreading fucking disease around like a fucking rat. That's why. You want to know why? It's because of you. You're literally the source of your own misery. You fucking idiot. You ignorant fucking moron.
With a vaccination rate of nearly 80%. When BC is still limiting social gatherings. When we are putting tremendous and unsustainable strain on all the complex systems that have served us so well and made us so comfortable in the midst of the troubles
They've
of our lives.
served us so well. He's such a
The cure
bitch.
has become worse than the disease. I have recently spoken with senior advisors to provincial governments in Canada. There is no end game in sight. The idea that Canadian policy is or should be governed by the science is not only not true, it's also not possible, as there is no simple pathway from the facts of science to the complexities of policy. We are deciding by opinion poll to live in fear and to become increasingly authoritarian in response to that fear. That's a danger too. And it's increasingly real.
Okay.
How long are we going to flail?
Okay, so all the way up until now, I've disagreed with almost every single point he's made. But this point right here, he's correct. The problem is he came at it from the wrong fucking angle, like an idiot. You know, I am anti-lockdown, I'm anti-mandate. Absolutely. I think all of us should be smart enough to do it ourselves. And we're not. We're always going to have this. Jimmy Dore says it pretty well. We're always going to have it because we got a bunch of idiots like Jimmy Dore and Jordan Peterson flying around the world. They got to keep, they couldn't figure out anything else to do. They got to keep doing what they were doing.
About hiding behind our masks, afraid to send our children, who are in no danger more serious than risk of the flu, to school.
And that's a fucking lie. What he just said, that was a fucking lie. When your kids got the flu, do you send them to school? Hey, man. Hey, give me a 1 in the chat right now if you've ever restricted your children from going to school because they were sick. So you took it upon yourselves as a parent to protect all the other children in the school out there and their families from catching the flu that your child had. Give me a 1 in the chat if you've ever kept your child home because they were sick. I'm kind of curious. No. He wants all the kids in school. Send them all to school. Makes no sense at all.
Charging university students full tuition for 10th rate online education. Pitting family member against family member over vaccine policy, and, most seriously, compromising the great economic engine upon which our health also depends. Until we decide not to. There are no risk-free paths forward. There's only one risk or another. Pick your poison. That's the choice life offers. I am weary of living under the increasingly authoritarian dictates of a polity hyper-concerned with one risk and oblivious to all others. And things are shaking around us. Enough, Canadians. Enough, Canadian politicos. Enough masks. Enough social gathering limitations. Enough restaurant closures.
Enough masks. He wants everyone to spread this shit around. And what did we just find out? They say, yeah, probably with what I said. And it's come true. With this new form of the bug out, there's really good chances that it's going to change into yet another strain, another variation that could very well be just as deadly as the first one. It can go back to being more deadly. And I said that just guessing a few days ago, right on the show, and sure enough, the news report came out yesterday that verified what I was just doing this. I said, yeah, that fucking new one, I don't even want to mention it on here. Omnipresent. There you go. Omnipresent, yeah. It could totally bring on worse variations. So this motherfucker, he wants to just stop fighting. He's a pussy, and he's given up because he can't fucking take it. He doesn't want to play ball with the rest of society. So he's a little bitch ass. If you agree with almost anything that he has said on this entire upload of 10 minutes, you're a fucking idiot. You're a sellout bitch. And you're not listening, and you're not fucking paying attention to the facts. This guy's made no sense at all this entire time.
Enough undermining of political and social trust. Make the bloody vaccines available to those who want them. Quit using force to ensure compliance on the part of those who don't. Some of the latter might be crazy, but by and large, they're no crazier than the rest of us.
Bullshit.
Set a date. Open the damn country back up before we wreck something we can't fix.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that on there or not. Oh wait, maybe I am. Dude, did that go on there? So then you take a mallet and you hammer that down with a mallet. You might have one in here. I got a little hammer. Oh, there it is. Yes. Got a nice little mallet here. And before you seal this down, you hammer it down before you lock it down. Really seals it down well that way. And yeah, that's it. It's in there really good. Beautiful, huh? Nice? Nice way to store the cannabis. I'll take that downstairs later. But for now it can stay up here with me. Oh, wow. All right, so that was the first video that I watched. The second one was the one where he said that Nazism. He wrote a whole book on Nazism to learn how to, about peace or something. And he said a bunch of other stupid shit, but we're not going to do that. I'm not going to get in it. I just wanted to let you guys see DeSantis Ron DeSantis pushes Florida redistricting map that heavily favors Republicans. Yeah, you think? What an asshole, man. God. Unbelievable asshole. Anyway, thanks, Chris. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the hour, and I will see you on the next show. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hashtag keep it open. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. Take care. Later, Rye.